I'm Warren Davis, and you're watching the Evercade Effect.
Evercade Effect.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Evercade Effect. I am retrogames, and I just wanted to do kind of a quick update video, now that I've been playing Piko Collection 3, for over 2 weeks. So, I don't know if I've really done one of these, and the reason being is usually when I go ahead and play a game with my initial thoughts, those feelings tend to stick, or sometimes, they change a little bit, but I haven't had them change drastically. So, let me go ahead and just talk about, really quick, so I'm going to share some YouTuber insight, or what I call Curse of the YouTuber. So for me, when I get my new Evercade carts, I can't even open them, I can't even play them offline on my handheld. So I've kind of, as I've talked about before, why? Well, because I want to give the authentic experience of unboxing it, giving you my first reactions, and you can't capture lightning in a bottle twice. So what I have to do when I get my games is, set some time aside, usually after work, when I can open them up, and at least I can sit down and play them. At least go through that first round where I go through all the games and take my time. Then after that I can play them as much as I want. If I need to record any of their intros or outros, I can go ahead and do that. And that's why I call it the Curse of the YouTuber, because if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I could just pop it in and play it. Ew! Like I'm sure a lot of you, go ahead and do normally. So, the reason I decided to make this video is pretty much my feelings with the Team 17 Amiga collection have been the same. So if you've checked out that video, you know. And if you haven't seen my previous video, my first look at Piko 3, I'll go ahead and put a link. I'll favorite it in the comment section below, so you can go ahead and check that out. Otherwise, this video may not make much sense. So what I want to go ahead and do is I want to go through the games and spend a little more time kind of talk in detail now after getting to play them for over 2 weeks, or maybe what games I haven't played. Because I just wanted to give an update, my opinions, and see, what was I initially wrong about the Piko 3 collection. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's switch over to the VS here. All right, my controller, but I had this ready. So I want to go through and just kind of talk about each one of these games, and yeah. So let's start with 40 Winks. So 40 Winks, I initially had talked about this game, played it, about the camera and all that. And I could say for this game, I've gone back and I've played it a little bit just to kind of play and check it out, but I haven't really been drawn to it. It just kind of seems really boring, especially, I don't know. It's great, again, to have a PlayStation game. I just hope we could get a good PlayStation game. I still feel strongly about that. I love the cover art or anything else. This game just really isn't as much for me, so that stays the same. Now, Legend of Wukong, again, I have not played, not because it's a bad game or anything, but just because, only one RPG at a time, still working on Breath of Fire, I haven't really dived into it too much. Metal Mech, yeah, this game initially looked really cool because, you were a mech and all that, and yeah, but now the controls on this are just bad, and this game is just really boring. Motor City Patrol, yeah, this game is horrible. The controls are bad, the premise is bad. Totally not fun. I really don't like that game. So far, 3 games in the collection, definitely give a thumbs down. Let's go ahead and talk about Punch King. So this game is interesting. So I found myself going back to this game. As I initially stated, it's no Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, but it is still fun. Now, what's interesting that's a little bit different mechanic in this game, other than your stamina going down, is you have this bar on the side that you can go ahead and fill up. And I kind of found that you'll see that the various different enemies, before they go and attack, like their fist will light up, and if you hit them, that bar starts to go up. And each boss is a little bit is different. Well, I guess the whole game is full of bosses, but you know what I mean. Each opponent. But the problem is that after I figured this out, my next 2 opponents were super easy. I could just cheese them, keep cheesing them. You do the light punch. My stamina wasn't going down. I don't know if it meant to be like that. And then I get the full stamina where I could just those look weird punches and just beat the hell out of them. Now. And I did get to another opponent where I haven't figured it out yet. So I'm like, oh man, I got kind of used to beating it. So, having it being in cheese mode, and I'm like, oh man. So now I'm not. But yeah, when I jump on this card, I'll give this. I'll try to see if I can get past, current boss or whatnot. But yeah, that game is still pretty good. Now, what I really want to talk about is Radical Bikers. Oh wow, only an hour and 20 minutes. That's kind of funny. I don't know how accurate this is. So This game initially, I was a little bit disappointed, with the controls. I think I said you did have to get good, but guess what? This game, I'm gonna go and say, I think is my favorite game on this collection. Once you get, used to the way that you have to steer and all that, this game is a hell lot of fun. And if anything, it makes me want to have more Game Boy Color games. I mean, this game pops on the EXP. I was enjoying this so much. I'm like, man, I kind of want a modded color Game Boy. It would just be great to play play games like that. I probably do the same thing on my Steam Deck. But anyways, yeah, the graphic style, the music is just killer. Everything is fantastic. The only thing though, I could not imagine playing this on original hardware that save states, because if you lose a race, you have to start all the way over at the beginning of that level. And each level, I don't know, is like half a dozen or more more races. But with save states, it's fine. Like, you save at the beginning of each level and you're good. But I like it because you have to figure out the different paths. You have to get certain power-ups. Some that give you more time, some that let you kick. You can like explode cars and stuff. You have to choose and pick and go down different pathways. Now I'm at a point, of course, where I'm just stuck and I can't get past the checkpoint. But it's so rewarding once you figure out how to perfectly drive and get down on that track. And I say perfectly because on some races, you lose a couple seconds, you're done for. It's very difficult to make up. But that's part of the challenge. It's so much fun to go back. But I'm at one of those points where I'm almost to the checkpoint. But usually, if I can make it to the checkpoint, I can beat the level. So this game, I love it. This game is super good, and the fact that we get the Game Boy Color, that's something else really special. So I really do like that game. So Stanley the Searcher Dr. Livingstone. I know initially I was like, oh, this is so cool. It's worth it for the cart. It's weird. But the problem with this game is I kind of feel it's like a Bayou Billy. Like, you are so underpowered with your fists. You die so easily. Yeah, with save states and all that, you have everything unlimited, but I find this game more frustrating than Castlevania 2. I really, really want to like this game, and sometimes I will jump into play it, but it's more frustrating than fun. So, yeah, some of these games I've kind of gone ahead and switched places. Super Bubble Pop. Yeah, this game for me still stinks. I don't really like it. I love me puzzle games, but not in that 3D fashion. Now, Sort of Sedan, surprisingly, wow, 30 minutes. I think I've played it more. I don't know how accurate that is, but every time when I log onto this cart, I play this game more. And I think I'm going to stand by what I said, that it's so bad it's good. I don't know, I find myself going back in and playing it and actually having fun, even though I think I'm at the third level and I haven't beaten the bosses. It's so bizarre and it's so bad, and the controls are so jank and everything looks so weird, but hey, I like playing it. It's it's one of those things where I wouldn't recommend at all to buy this cart by itself unless you could get it for under $5. But if you were to buy the cart in real life, I mean. But yeah, to be part of a collection like this, it's one of those ones that's just so bad it's good that I kind of found myself going in and playing it. It's really weird. But perhaps one of the best games on the cart is Zero Tolerance. This game is so much fun, and I just recently found out when you die, you can pick from other players. I think if all your characters run out, then I don't know if it's permanently game over because I use save states. I haven't gotten past the second level yet because it's really that tough. But this game is so much fun. It is so good. So initially on this cart, I was thinking 40 winks would be good. No, so really, for me, the main two champions on this cart are Radical Bikers and Zero Tolerance by a long shot, and it's definitely worth for that. So those two, I would say. Then Punch King comes in at a third. Again, this game is kind of on reserve to go back to it. And yeah, Sort of Sedan. Yeah, so if I'm playing this cart, if I'm being perfectly honest, I will have more fun playing Sort of Sedan over Super Bubble Pop, over Metal Mech, over Motor City Patrol, and even over 40 Winks, because those games just are not fun. Like, the play control on those games are just so bad, the camera's so bad, or it's just ridiculously underpowered. It's just not fun. This game is so bad that it is fun. It's weird using the... I don't know why. Surprisingly, this one is a lot better than I thought. And then Stanley is just kind of meh, in the middle. But yeah, if Radical Bikers and Zero Tolerance, if those two games were not on this cart, then it would be pretty meh. Yeah, again, this is one of those ones where it's the strength of the collection. It's not necessarily any one of these games by themselves are that good, except for Radical Bikers and Zero Tolerance. Zero Tolerance, if I had a Genesis, I would buy the cart. Totally worth it for that. And the Radical Bikers, yeah, if they had a Game Boy Color cart, I would buy that. But again, the issue with that is you really need save states. Otherwise, you're going to have to spend even more time like learning, going through the levels just to beat. Once you do finally beat the level, yeah, it saves your progress. But man, that would be frustrating. That'd be too penalizing. Yeah, that game would be way too penalizing without it. So, yeah, it was important for me to update and give my opinions because I know this game, I kind of said I really didn't like. I wasn't unsure about some of the other games, but yeah, I think if I find time to time, if there's a reason for me to do an update video, now that I've had to spend more time with the collection, I will definitely go ahead and do that. So I did want to give an update with my thoughts. Still feel the same way about, again, like I said, Team 17, loving that collection. Go ahead and comment below. Have you gotten Piko 3 collection? Have you gotten to spend more time with it? And now that you have gotten to spend, some more time, has your thoughts changed? Or have you had your thoughts change with another collection? Let me know. Again, I want to thank the community. We're going strong. Over 700 subs. I really appreciate everyone's support. All of you are awesome. And if you did find this video through the YouTube verse, I would really, really appreciate. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. We're getting close to those 1,000 subs. Also, every week I do an Evercade fan podcast called Evercast. And so that's something I want you to be a part of, and I definitely don't want you to miss out. So as always, everyone, thank you for watching, and bye-bye.